When you're on your Mod 2 motorbike test, you're going to be a bit nervous, so it helps if you can settle down quickly and get into demonstrating a nice ride to your examiner. The one reasonably predictable section on anyone's test is leaving the test centre. After that, you can go anywhere the examiner wishes to take you. The direct roads around Farnborough Test Centre are quite straightforward, but it's worth being aware of a few things. But first, a couple of words of caution. We're not showing leaving immediately at the test centre, as you need DVSA permission to film on their premises, and these are our recommendations. Specific traffic situations and how you need to deal with them on your own test day may differ, and so this video is considered general guidance only. First up, the business park is a 20-mile-an-hour area. The speed humps can easily be taken at 20 miles an hour, but be aware of learner car drivers who take these much slower. If you find yourself behind one, hang well back so you don't gain a following distance fault on your test result. Also, it's very common for learner drivers to be pulled up on the left on their test anywhere outside the double yellow lines, so anticipate this could happen, and if it does, check, signal, change lanes and then repeat back into lane, stringing any parked cars together. At the bottom of the hill, it turns into a 40-mile-an-hour limit, so mirror check and make some progress if you can. It's also very likely your examiner will ask you to pull up on the left for a pull-away hill start, so execute that with proper observations and signals. Now at the traffic lights at the top of the hill, you could be asked to turn either left or go straight ahead. Here we're going to take the left, so you need to be in lane 1. The critical thing to remember here is when you start to clear the junction, you should check your right blind spot and move into lane 2. Otherwise, you'll find yourself in a lane that takes you directly into the airport and you'll be staring at a security guard. You can clearly see the markings on the road. Lane 2 also sets you up correctly for the upcoming roundabout, but check your left blind spot on the entry and exit for anyone in the wrong lane trying also to go straight ahead. And the reason for our right indicator, by the way, is because we were going to go all the way back round the roundabout. This time approaching the roundabout, we're going to turn right exit 3, marked up as A325 South on signs and road markings. It takes you down the dual carriageway to Aldershot. Ideally, you'll be in lane 1 coming up the hill from the test centre. If you're in lane 2, no problem, but the next sequence is critical. On the far side of the lights there is a road sign indicating the split into 3 lanes for the approach to the roundabout. An A325 South can be done from lane 2 or 3. You should really be executing A325 South in lane 2 for reasons that will shortly become clear. So move into lane 2 with a check of your appropriate blind spot in case someone is trying to do the same from another lane. We can now follow our lane to our exit with some appropriate observations as you move through the roundabout. The critical one is the right lifesaver around here. We've been overtaken by vehicles going straight ahead from the wrong lane many times at this roundabout. As we move through the last phase of the roundabout, a check to the left and right, and we can enter the dual carriageway section in lane 1. But here is the critical reason for doing this in the lane as demonstrated here. The first 100 metres of the dual carriageway is the 30-mile-an-hour limit, which you must obey to pass your test. But most of the other traffic will now start to accelerate significantly beyond that, such as the van. If you had been in lane 3 on the roundabout and exited into lane 2 of the dual carriageway, whilst perfectly legal, you run a very high risk of having traffic passing on your left side at high speed whilst you stick to the 30-mile-an-hour limit. If this happens, you're considered to be in a serious fault situation for your test. If you did it and there were no other road users allowing you to check, signal and return to lane 1 on the dual carriageway, then you would probably get away with it a bit by luck. This time at the roundabout we're going straight ahead exit 2, sometimes called up on test as follow signs and road markings for the A3011. Notice the hatching area that you need to clear, and hence the left blind spot check for the quite significant move of the bike into lane 1. And of course no indicator as we're going straight ahead. Keep relevant observations going as we move through the roundabout, particularly for lane changes from other road users. And here for the merge down into lane 1. The next roundabout might be called as left exit 1, in which case you need to be in lane 1 on the entry, but be aware lane 1 is also for the exit to a parade of shops in about the 11 o'clock position. For exit 3, which is quite often called as follow the signs to Guildford and Camberley, or exit 4, we need to be in lane 2 and treat both of these exits as a right turn. Notice the left lifesaver here for anyone on our inside in the incorrect lane. And quickly moving on to the last roundabout in this video sequence, you could be asked to follow the signs to Guildford, which is right exit 3, and then the lane marking signs show this being possible from lane 2 or 3. Our recommendation is to do this from lane 2 for the same reasons as earlier in this video. The bridge section is still a 30-mile-an-hour zone, but other road users do not obey this, and it's better that they overtake you on your right than be on your inside in the left. A change to lane 2 on the bridge, if required, depending on the direction you are going afterwards, can then be done as a separate manoeuvre. As mentioned at the beginning of the video, specific traffic situations on your test day may dictate that other actions are required to deal with it than what we have shown here. It's not about memorizing test routes, but this gives you some general guidance so that you can quickly settle into your Mod 2 test. We hope you found this video useful. If so, press like and subscribe to Three Counties Motorcycle Training to keep updated with new videos. If you're considering learning to ride, check out the links below to our website, and safe riding.